I'm Jodi Tate, Blue Door Group at Wilkinson ERA, and I'm here today to share with you what the market's been doing the last week and give you a few other statistics that you might find helpful. So we're going to jump right into it. This is coming from the Triad Multiple Listing Service. The number of new listings the last 7 days was 143 new listings Triad-wide. There were 36 listings that went back on the market. What that means is essentially they were either under contract and the contract was terminated, they went back on the market, or they may have been pulled off the market temporarily for some reason and then came back out there available for sale. There were 188 properties that actually went under contract and are in what we call due diligence period, and that's the period of time where a buyer will have their inspections, their appraisal, all of their due diligence that they want to investigate is handled during that period of time. Once it passes through due diligence, if the contract remains in effect, then it goes into a status called pending. And the last 7 days we had 167 properties that went into a pending state, which means we're just that much closer to closing. And the last 7 days we had 185 properties that actually closed and changed hands. So considering the event that we're in with COVID-19, not a bad last 7 days. The interesting statistic that I want to share with all of you is that the 7 days prior to this, we actually had 256 new listings.
So Jodi, what does that mean for sellers and buyers?
So my interpretation of that means that homeowners now are reticent to put their house on the market, particularly if they are living in the house due to the health factors and the concerns that they may have. As a result of that, our inventory levels are even tighter than they were before this virus, and that is creating quite a bottleneck, if you will, because we still have buyers out there that really want to buy. So if you are a seller that wants to sell and you are comfortable as long as your realtor is taking safety precautions, now is a great time for you to put your house on the market. For the month of April, the entire Triad MLS average sales price, that means the average price closed for all properties, was $227,289. The average days on the market was just 10. And the way this is figured is from the time your property goes into MLS and begins marketing to the time that it is under contract. Those are the days on market. So as you can see, houses are selling very quickly. Currently, there are 2.5 months of inventory, and anything below 6 months of inventory is typically classified as seller's market. So again, because our inventories are very low right now, it is a very, very competitive time and a great time for sellers to think about selling. The average number of showings on listings before it goes under contract was 5. So what that means is that a buyer essentially might be looking at a house once, maybe twice, and you may have 1 or 2 other showings before it goes under contract. So limited activity actually inside the house before it goes under contract, and that should be reassuring to most homeowners as far as actual physical traffic inside your house. And then most importantly, I think a statistic that we don't often think about is actually how much am I going to get for my house in relations to the price that I list it for. And on average in MLS, our resale listings that are closing are capturing 98% of list price. So there's very little negotiation that's going on right now. I want to go over one other segment of our market, which is new construction, because that also is a highly desirable and sought after product in the Triad. Out of the 143 new listings that came on the market this last 7 days, 36 of those were new construction listings, which equates to 25% of the new inventory that entered the market. The average sales price was $274,437.
Jodi, let me interrupt you. Why would you say the cost is higher?
Typically with new homes, as you might imagine, the cost of materials today is more expensive for a builder versus a house that was built even 2 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. But also the cost of land is higher. So when a builder goes out and purchases a lot, the amount of money that they're putting into the land before they ever start the house is pushing that price up. So again, finding affordable new construction is critical for buyers out there, and builders are looking every day for opportunities to be able to do that. Days on market for new construction was 33 days.
Why would you say that one was higher?
So think of it this way, builders will start a house, and from start to finish, depending on the size of the house and the features of the house, it could be anywhere from 90 days to a year to take to construct the house. And depending on when the builder actually puts it into MLS, that's when the days start ticking. And for a lot of builders, they will wait until they get a certain place before they decide they want to put it out on the market. So the average days on market typically are going to be longer for that. And then the average showings for new construction to contract were just 1.9, which what that says, if you remember, I said that it was 5 for resale listings. Because new construction is very competitive and sought after, typically there's not but 2 showings before it goes to contract and goes on to closing at that point. And then the one other statistic that's a little bit different also is what we call the list to sale ratio, which I mentioned in the resale market was 98%. In the new construction world, it's 99.8%. So as you might imagine, most builders out there are not negotiating very much, if at all, on the price of their homes. And a lot of the reason for that is because the margins for them are much tighter with the cost of construction. So generally speaking, what I'd like for everybody to know about this past week is we are still definitely selling houses, and we still definitely need good sellable inventory for buyers that are out there. Traffic is off. We don't have as many buyers looking, but the buyers that are out there are very serious. So as the restrictions are eased over the next few weeks, we anticipate seeing a much bigger influx of buyer traffic. So now's a great time for you to be thinking about getting ready to sell. If you are a buyer looking, now's a great time for you to get out there and start to check out the market and educate yourself with a realtor. And our goal at Blue Door Group is to keep you informed, so we'll be doing this every week to give you an update. And if you have any questions for us at Blue Door Group, please don't hesitate to email us at info@openthebluedoor.com. Visit our website, openthebluedoor.com. Reach out to us through social media. Any way you choose, we'll be happy to answer your questions. Thanks and have a great day.